In my opinion, how I manage my pipeline and how a lot of these guys manage their pipeline is that if you make it onto my calendar, you earned it. Same philosophy goes with if you get into the LOS system, you've earned it. Because they're not just pushing everything to Encompass, right? Because there's a lot of phone calls you just got to weed out, maybe doesn't get that far, right? But if you get to LOS, I'm spending time, you're moving to my calendar, and that calendar is going to progressively move through certain milestones. So milestones on the calendar is going to be like a color system, right? So if I have, let's say if I talk to you in my origination period, and then I got a deal, I could source up the deal, I could structure, there's something there that I can give you, you've earned a spot on my calendar. And then now you're basically moving to my close period. But now you become a green, like I use green, because when I look at my calendar, I'm gonna see multiple appointments, right? So there's gonna be different slots and things happening. But if you stand out and you're green, I know I can't move that. I have to be solely focused on your appointment. Make sense?
Yeah.
But if you're not green, I can move it. It's like a priority list.
Yeah.
And so your calendar should be filled up with these things where, let's say if you get into my calendar, you're on my close block and you're green, means I'm pitching you. If I didn't close you, then you turn yellow, right? And then you move to the next day or whatever time to follow up. Because yellow just basically means a little bit of a slower process. I gotta slow down, in my opinion. Like that's just a system that I use. But nonetheless, it's still important. If it's, now let's move to spontaneous variable objectives like fires, right? So I'll paint it red, meaning that that is something that I need to stop and handle. Now, the tedious tasks, like putting out fires, we call them kissing the frog, like the conversations you don't necessarily wanna have. The best time to do that is in the morning. Because you're amped, you're revved, you know what I mean? Like you need to get it off your plate to clear your mindset for the rest of the day. Because you don't want it lingering on where most LOs will kind of push that off to get warmed up when that's actually sitting on your conscience and then it's affecting the rest of your production.
Connected to SalesRemastered.